Before cigarettes, before tobacco plantations, before anyone had a word for addiction, ancient humans were already inhaling smoke, not accidentally, not carelessly, deliberately, ritually, with intention that suggests they understood something about smoke that modern science is only now beginning to confirm. The oldest evidence of humans and smoke dates back at least 300,000 years. Not from tobacco, not from any plant we associate with smoking today, from fire itself. When our ancestors first controlled fire and gathered around it in enclosed spaces, caves, rock shelters, early structures, they were inhaling smoke constantly, every night, for hundreds of thousands of years. And here is what that did to the human brain. Smoke from burning organic material, wood, leaves, certain plants, contains compounds that affect consciousness, aldehydes that alter perception, carbon monoxide that in low doses creates mild euphoria. And in the specific case of certain plants that ancient humans discovered and began burning deliberately, psychoactive compounds that produce states of altered awareness that had never existed in human experience before. Ancient humans did not stumble onto this accidentally. They sought it systematically. Across every culture on Earth independently, humans discovered that burning specific plants and inhaling the result produced experiences that felt sacred, medicinal, and deeply significant. The earliest confirmed deliberate burning of psychoactive plants comes from burial sites in Romania dating to approximately 5,500 years ago, where cannabis seeds were found charred in ceramic bowls. But anthropologists believe the practice is far older. Cave sites in South Africa show evidence of burned plant material consistent with deliberate inhalation dating back tens of thousands of years earlier. But why? What made ancient humans seek altered states? The answer is not pleasure, or rather, pleasure was not the original driver. Ancient humans used smoke for three specific purposes that had nothing to do with the modern concept of smoking as recreation or addiction. The first was pain. Ancient medical systems across every culture used smoke inhalation as an analgesic. Certain plant compounds inhaled as smoke reached the bloodstream faster than almost any other delivery method. The relief was real, measurable, and reproducible. Ancient physicians in China, in Egypt, in Mesoamerica, across the ancient world prescribed specific smokes for specific conditions with a sophistication that modern pharmacology is still working to fully understand. The second was ritual. Smoke was the first technology ancient humans used to communicate with the invisible world. It rises. It crosses the boundary between the visible and the invisible. It carries intention upward. In virtually every ancient religious tradition on Earth, smoke was the medium between humans and the divine. Incense, burnt offerings, ceremonial fires, all of them represent the same ancient understanding. Smoke travels between worlds. The third was social. Sharing smoke was one of the oldest bonding rituals in human history. Passing a burning object between people, sharing breath, sharing altered state, sharing a moment that exists outside ordinary consciousness, created trust and connection at a neurological level that ordinary social interaction could not replicate. Peace pipes were not symbolic, they were chemical. The shared physiological experience of inhaled compounds created a state of openness and trust that made alliances possible between strangers who had every reason to distrust each other. Smoke did not enter human life as a bad habit. It entered as medicine, as prayer, as the chemical technology of human connection. And somewhere along the way, through colonization, through industrialization, through the invention of the cigarette in the 19th century and the addition of hundreds of synthetic compounds, something ancient and intentional became something modern and destructive. The plant did not change. The fire did not change. The human impulse did not change. What changed was everything around it. And understanding that does not make smoking safe, but it makes the human relationship with smoke something far stranger, far older, and far more profound than a bad habit that needs to be broken. It makes it a 300,000-year-old conversation between humans and fire that we have not yet figured out how to end.